We are the Graylings, an asymmetrical but not quite atypical family.
This is my sister Lexi. She loves to sing, dance, snowboard, mountain bike, but most of all loves to argue, especially with me.
My brother Maddox, an often injured 15-year-old, who is a passionate snowboarder, skater, mountain biker, and all-around pain in the butt.
Our mother, Vicky, a fiery French Canadian who is always on the go. Whether she is running, hiking, mountain biking, snowboarding, or walking around our local lake with her favourite family member, Carlos the dog.
Finally, there is Father Simon, an immature boy in a middle-aged dad bod, still not willing to give up on his dreams of surf stardom, even though he is injured more often than his son.
We have packed it all into a small camper and have decided to have a crack at trucking around Oz.
Follow us one argument at a time.
Take 2 of packing. 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Don't know. How many days?
Too many.
Too many. So between
48 hours until departure.
between Falls Creek,
It's looking likely.
Mount Beauty. It's looking likely. We're getting there now, as you can see.
Listen, like Hannah said, we're packing for 4, and the majority of our stuff is sporting goods.
Yeah. So downstairs now looks like this. The caravan is gone. It's off getting a tow ball fitted so we can fit all of our bikes.
We're in there.
And upstairs,
You know, all the cupboards are empty. Oh, the kids need a bit. I've got a bit to do still. I'm going to do a big trip to the op shop now, which is going to be great. It's going to be really helpful. Because I don't know how we ended up with so much bedding, but the storage container is full of beddings, and then somehow.
so this little one's bedroom kind of looks better.
There's a child crawling. Hello? Hi.
This one looks
Oh,
marginally better.
sorry, I forgot. No, do you have a big bag? I can come now.
And this is getting there. So 2 days to depart.
I forgot to pick up our child from your last day of school with all her books she just read. So, I'm just going to throw everything in, and that's going to go to the op shop.
We don't need any of that. That's a good towel. I like that towel. Keep that.
Okay, it's not time for emotional liking, Simon. It's time for getting rid of stuff. And I actually got a lot of towels in the camper already. Just so you know. This is my baby blanket. This is where things get
It's not
hard.
time for emotional stuff. It's time for getting rid of stuff. You just said that.
It's my baby blanket when I was a baby, though.
Just put it in the storage container.
There's no room in the storage container anymore.
Yeah, there is a heaps of room.
This?
I'm going to take this towel. It's mine.
Now, do we need, like, extra blanket? This is what I'm wondering.
No, we're going to the tropical far north. We don't need them now. We'll need them in 6 months.
No, well, when we're in Phillip Island, we might need blankets where it would be cold. So I was going to bring those. Then we got one extra blanket each. Assuming we're sharing a bed.
Right, well, on that note, goodbye.
There's my little helper. She's pretty used to the storage run. See, she knows exactly what she needs to be doing. Oh. We've So we've packed our whole life into this, I think 4x4 meters storage.
Sorry to cut you off there, Vicky, but I thought I better chime in with a little explanation of what our departure plan was. So we were planning to leave Mount Beauty and head straight to our friend Brett's house down in Malakuta. Spend a bit of time on the Gippsland coast, making our way to Phillip Island, where hopefully I was going to get a surf. Then we were going to head over to my parents' place in Jan Juc for the long weekend in March, see family, see friends, and then we were sort of flying off to Canada, and that would have really been the beginning of our trip proper. So that was the plan, but before we even left home, we changed plans because I cracked it because we were really heavy, and I didn't think we'd get up and over Mount Hotham and down to Malakuta, so I was adamant we needed to go to my parents and offload all of the gear that we were taking to Canada before we did anything else. So that was plan A. I won't let you all in on what plan we got to before we actually left, but I thought that information was required at this point, so I will leave it there.
That's Road Driver. Ah, here's a smile. That's the first time I've seen it in a while. What's going on?
I just said the car, the Amarok, is not up to the challenge.
What's the
camper
problem?
is not up to the challenge. The problem is we've got a lot of stuff. And
Maybe it wasn't the best idea to cram in a trip to Canada. And
I don't think that's the problem, it's the bikes.
the bikes are the problem.
Yeah. The bikes, where they are the problem. There's 130 extra kilos on the ball. It's like...
What do you think, Carlos? Oh, if I point a camera, you stop panting. Interesting. Kids are smartly staying out of the argument, which is years and years of practice.
It's probably the best idea.
No, it's not a snake, it's a stick. You're going to film everything?
So, dear, how long have we been on the road for?
It's 5:50.
About an hour.
Yeah, maybe an hour.
So we originally planned on leaving, what time, children? They're not listening. At 11.
wasn't it?
Yeah. It's taken all day to sort out.
Originally we planned to leave on Friday and then Monday.
Yeah,
and then
anyway,
Tuesday.
keep being delayed.
What day is it?
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
So we've been on the road for an hour. We've bottomed something out twice.
Yeah.
So now we've just made a phone call to buy a new camper. Stay posted. We'll have a look at it tomorrow.
I think we have to buy a new camper.
I think we have
This
to.
one's we're gonna break it,
You reckon,
or it'll
Carlos?
break the car. Good morning.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Okay.
New
I was
caravan day.
just filming and I realised I was filming on time lapse, so we're starting again. It's new caravan day. Okay, long story short, over the last couple of months, 3 months maybe,
Yep.
we've been going back and forth whether we needed a new camper, whether we needed a new car. We originally wanted to take the dirt bike.
We couldn't find anything that ticked all the boxes, so we
And
thought,
caravans
well,
are sparse at the moment with COVID. They're expensive. You can't get a new one unless you wait for 12 months. Anyway, so we were looking at putting the bikes on the back of this because that's the camper we've had for the last 4 years. But it's an on-road, and when we bought it, didn't plan on going traveling around Australia with it. basically the frame's too flimsy to put a tow ball on the back of it. No one wanted to do it, and everyone was telling us that the AMROC was strong enough to withstand the weight of 4 bikes. So we've got our 4 bikes. We've taken a few of them off already, but basically we drove yesterday out of Mount Beauty with this double hitch, and a few problems arose. The first one being when we turned, what happened, baby?
Oh, the bikes were hitting the gas tank.
That was the first thing.
The tyres.
And then within sort of 40 minutes of driving off Mount Beauty.
So we've got this
Very
convoluted setup, and everyone said that this can take 300 kilos, which this setup should not technically be, with about 80 kilos of bikes and
20 kilos
20
of
of racks. So
frame,
maybe
yeah,
there's
rack.
100 kilos of that, and this is only supposed to have 120. So we're only at 240 and we're supposed to have 300.
We
But
do have a lot on the back of the car.
no, but that doesn't matter. It's just
Okay.
the ball weight.
Right.
But I think by extending the hitch and putting the weight point a further, foot away from where it's supposed to be, you're, someone who's engineer could probably calculate that. But I'm presuming the downforce is a lot further out here than it is out there, because it creates a greater angle.
Oh, and it's sagging like crazy.
Yeah, and it creates more of an angle further away from the vehicle. Anyway,
Anyway.
basically, it's no good.
Well, within 40 minutes of driving, we were like, we need a new camper.
So
So what are we doing today?
we're going to buy a new camper because the universe,
We found one that ticks
Spoke.
all the boxes.
and we've been looking for months, and then when we drove away, having made the decision, we'll just get on the road with what we've got, and if it doesn't work, we'll buy a new one. Well, it didn't work.
So we're
and
buying
it
a
took us
new
20
one.
minutes to find a new one.
So- Let's go and get our new caravan.
and hopefully it's better. There's no way it would shut. It would be open by like 10 mil. It'd be a gap all the way around.
So we're not taking the foam mattresses off every time we're taking it off. So we either agree that we're not using them,
Well, we're going to have to not use them.
because I'm not taking the bed. I'm not taking.
But
the
you
bed.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
I do understand what
you
you're saying,
agree.
but that was not the place to discuss that in car park of the people.
I wasn't discussing that. I was like, let's just take it off and then we can shut it there.
But we haven't taken them off, and it's shut anyway. So couldn't we just have the
But
discussion
it's
at
not
home?
shut. There's a gap.
Doesn't matter right now, though.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so we didn't have to address it then.
But
Is what
why
I'm
did
trying
we
to tell
need to
you.
address the door that you were panicking about?
Because it was breaking the plastic.
But it wasn't breaking the plastic. It wasn't even touching it. There was a gap.
Okay.
So I thought you were talking about the gap.
There was a gap after we unwind all the thing.
No, there was,
Yes.
No.
No, there was. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but there was pressure on the plastic.
I don't think there was any pressure on
Oh
the
my
plastic.
god. Yes, there was.
There can't have been because it won't sit on it because the roof was being held up. So to get it down so it would lap
It
over.
was being pressured because we'd latch all the thingo. And then when we broke it, and we were like, well, we need to close it with the foam because now we can't get the foam out, we went and unscrewed all the latch and loosened them up, and that's why I wasn't putting pressure on the door anymore. It was 100% putting pressure on that plastic bit and on the door. 100%.
What have we been doing for the last hour?
We've been sitting in traffic. Yeah.
We are
Melbourne,
completely
Melbourne roadworks and
like,
infrastructure. Steer
we're
clear.
just stuck in the traffic.
And
there's
Simon
nothing
over
to do
here
I'm getting frustrated.
absolutely loves driving.
Mais oui. J'aime
Le
la
trafic.
trafic.
What do you think of this, Mum?
Well, I'm glad I'm not driving.
Fair enough.
I'm also excited about our new camper.
Oh, you can kind of see it. The new camper today.
It was eventful.
Very eventful.
Lexi broke it before we
I didn't break
drive
it.
it.
It wasn't me.
Sad. Oh well, it will get fixed.
Yeah. So this
We'll
is
get to
what.
camp one day.
It's just another bump on the road.
Yeah.
Join us next Thursday to see whether Simon managed to fix the camper and to find out how Maddox managed to land himself in the ER.
Follow us a-truckin' as we go around doors. For people in a camper with a Mexican dog. Mama in the mountains with a smile on her face. Papa in the ocean trying to find his pace.
We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz. We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz.
Follow us a-truckin' as we go around doors. For people in a camper with a Mexican dog. Daughter always dancing and singing a song. Son is always working and he's tagging along.
We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz. We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz. We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz. We're off to see Australia where the Graylings of Oz.